I'm Colt Stevens from C. Stevens Gunworks. The following video you're going to see is an archive of my earlier work. Some of these earlier videos of mine have some great information that I really wanted to repost and preserve. So I hope you enjoy the content and I hope you learn something from this video. Today we're going to be taking a look at another CVA rifle. This is the Scout V1. The first video we did was on the Scout V2 in 450 Bushmaster. This is the Scout V1. So we'll compare and contrast what they've got different from that. This is a 243 Winchester rifle versus 450 Bushmaster we did in the first video. So a lot smaller diameter, a lot more power behind it. The 243 Winchester is a throw-weight case. So a lot higher velocity is what we're dealing with here. This is more of a deer rifle. 450 Bushmaster can be used for deer. It's more of a big bore, I wouldn't really call it a hunting round, it's more of a tactical round. You'd see it more in line with 458 SOCOM. 450 Bushmaster is more of an AR style, which the 243 is offered in 10 as well, being that it's a 308 case, just like 6.5 Creedmoor. Those are all the same case, the 308 Winchester. But this is more of a, 243 is more of a practical hunting round. Whitetail is what instantly comes to mind when you think of 243 Winchester. That's really its ideal and intended use. So, we'll get right into this one. This is model number CR4816S, the Scout TD rifle. I'm assuming that's Takedown. So we'll go ahead and get right into this and see what they've got in the box. Oh yes. So, here it is. Got a little thing here. Let's see what this says. Scout Takedown Compact Centerfire. Very nice. It's just a better gun is the slogan. And it is a takedown. The handguard comes off. You can separate the barrel from there. So, the first impression, of course, very good. Yeah. Thread protector here was kind of off when I got it out of the box. I was the first person to touch this. It was a true unboxing. I didn't look at it before now. I think I mentioned this in the first one. There's a little bit of material on the thread protector here. This seems to be the case here. There's a bunch of machine residue, I guess it is, from when they machined it out. The overall cap looks fine, but it's just they have this residue on there, just for first impression. And I know that's relatively small. I mean, it's going to come off anyway. The first time you clean it, it's going to come right off. But threaded, of course, very nice. Fluted barrel, stainless steel. Got the fluting right there. This one has the scope base on it already. Very good. Reminds me a lot of the other one. This is the V1, of course. I'm not sure exactly on the changes. It feels a little more streamlined in this one. I don't know if that's just my impression of it, but got good check in here. Not too bad at all. I'd shoot it. So before we get straight into the features, we'll go over what's in the box. I noticed on the first video, this is hollow. If you saw me grab what it was out of there, this is a trigger lock. I noticed that watching the first video and post the editing. They do have this. This is where it is right here. When they pack it in, that is what that is. So that is good to know. You have the manual and warranty card, I presume, right here. Same as the other one, here it is. Owner's instruction and safety manual for the Hunter and Scout rifle series. Very excellent. Lifetime warranty, so definitely hold on to that card if you ever need to use it. I believe that is everything. This is just a spacer for the barrel. So, let's get into the features. we have a 20-inch barrel here, stainless steel. I talked about threaded. Comes with the scope base pre-installed right here, single piece weaver. You can fit your scope or red dot or what have you if it will fit on the weaver. Most scopes will fit on the weaver. Red dots sometimes just have to have the Picatinny. So definitely check the scope before you set it on here. This thread here, being it's 243, I would imagine it's 5/8 by 24, the 30 cal. That's the way it works on the 6.5 Creedmoor and the 6.5 Grindle. 243 being a smaller than 6.5 diameter overall. Got good threads, I like that. You can get it on, of course. Really fine threads on here. It's hard to get started. There it is. Long threads. There it is. So, continuing on, I touched on the checkering right here. It's got good coarse texture there. It's very ergonomic, very grippy. Good thing to hang on to. We've got 2 sling swivels. These are not molded in. If you watch the TCR22, these are removable. I really like that they're removable studs. I really don't like molded in. Molded in is permanent. You can't change them. You can't go to anything else. They make extended swivel studs that sit a little further out if you prefer that. Some bipods have trouble if you have just the standard molded in. Something like this where it's actually, you have 180 degrees of clearance there, that's good. You got workable room. So if you wanted to put a bipod on here, you could. It definitely supports that. Or of course the intended use is slings, of course. With molded, that's fine if it's just slings. If you want to do bipod or anything else, you will have to do something different with molded. But these being removable is a great feature, in my opinion. So the hammer spur right here is removable. So if you recall from the first video, these are fully ambidextrous rifles. You can take this off and move it to the other side. And right here, we have the break open action here. I recall I had this trouble on the first one. Here it is. Just got to kind of work it open. There it is. You can see there. They're kind of stiff when you first take them out of the box. Being that this is a fresh unboxing, it did take a little bit to get it open there. Let's see what this barrel looks like. Good cut rifling. No residue in the barrel, that's always nice. Good lockup, solid. No wiggle, that's very good. So moving on, more checkering right here. Same kind as the first. So continuing on, the stock itself is ambidextrous, fully ambidextrous. The comb extends on both sides, left or right. So if you're a left-handed shooter or a right-handed shooter, the comb extends over the side, so you have a good cheek rest right there. So it's not just right-handed only. If you are left-handed, that's one of the neat features about CVA is you can use it pretty much 100% ambidextrous. I mean, when you have the reversible hammer spur right there, and you have the reversible, fully ambidextrous cheek pad, you can pretty much use this as if it was made for left hand. I mean, it's not exclusive. You can use it either way, which is a nice feature. There's not a lot of rifles around this price point that are left-handed pretty much exclusively. But you don't have to buy just a left-handed rifle. It's still good for right-handed as well. So it's nice that it's not exclusive to one or the other. You can use it for either way. And finally, the recoil pad here is proprietary. It is the Crush Zone. That's what they call this. The CVA Crush Zone recoil pad. So we'll go over the spec sheet here, see what we got here totally. This is a 20-inch blued steel. This is stainless steel. Blued steel. I wonder why they say that on their website. This is stainless steel. For this model number in particular. It's interesting. Scope rail included. That's the scope rail. We talked about that. That's Weaver. One piece comes on the barrel. 1 in 10 twist for $243. Fully ambidextrous stock, comb on both sides. Crush Zone recoil pad. Duracite scope rail. That's what they call that scope rail, is Duracite. That's what that is. Reversible cocking spur. That's what I talked about here on the hammer. You can move it left or right handed, whichever you prefer. And it's nice because that's not really an exclusive feature to left or right hand. Depending on how you're cocking it, it could be left or right handed, or it could just be your preference. You may not like the left or the right hand, even if you're opposite hand. You may just want it either way. So they give you options. That's pretty much your preference, whichever way you like it. So they give you that choice. That's kind of nice. This is 6.3 pounds to 7.5 depending on the option. This is the heavier one, the 20-inch. They make a compact. That would be the 6.3 pounds. So this is 7.5 pounds overall weight, preloaded. 41 inches overall length. Being a takedown rifle, it's a long barrel. Of course, 20-inch. It's not short. It's not a 16 like carbine length or anything like that. It's got some weight and some length to it. It's not as small as you can get. But in 243, you don't really want small. It kind of benefits from that longer barrel. More velocity, less drop. So you can get out a little longer range if you're going out west or things like that. Around here, it doesn't really make that much difference, but 20 inch is good for the cartridge, to say the least. 14-inch length of pull, adult standard, and the lifetime warranty, of course. I mentioned the warranty card, definitely keep that. And they may want you to warranty it to get your benefits or anything like that. So, we'll go over the takedown, the most important part right here. They have a lever right here. Pull this out, handguard comes off. Amazing, it's like they designed it that way. We'll pull this off. Kind of detracts from it when that's flopping around. Handguard actually has a little bit of weight to it. That handguard is like 1 pound by itself. It's interesting. You can see some of the guts in here if you want to see it. Some of the internal workings. And that should come off right there. So that's the takedown. 3 pieces. And there it is. So very nice. These are made in Lawrenceville, Georgia. No, imported by in Lawrenceville, Georgia. Made in Spain by Dakar is who makes these. So imported by CVA, made in Spain by Dakar. You have all the proof stamps and everything. That's kind of cool. I didn't know they were a Spanish brand, but imported by Connecticut Valley Arms in Lawrenceville, Georgia. We'll go ahead and assemble it. Pretty much the same process. They got a little bit of oil in there. That's kind of nice. Some of them come bone dry, and then you wonder why it doesn't work. It's a satisfying snap right there. No doubt that's not going anywhere. That's a satisfying click right there. So that's the rifle, the Connecticut Valley Scout V1 rifle takedown. This is model number CR4816S if you're interested. That's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching. Please check the link in the description and please like and subscribe.